expected to feature in midfield, was moved to left back. That change allowed Saka to step into an unfamiliar central role as Arsenal's number 10. The decision worked perfectly. Arsenal swept aside Wigan with a commanding 4-0 victory, scoring all 4 goals inside the opening half. Noni Madueke opened the scoring after just 11 minutes, and Gabriel Martinelli doubled the lead 7 minutes later. Soon after, Jack Hunt turned Saka's cross into his own net, before Gabriel Jesus added a 4th with a clever chip following a precise long ball from Christian Norgard. Despite operating in a more central position rather than his usual role on the right wing, Saka looked completely at ease. Arteta substituted him at halftime to keep him fresh for upcoming league fixtures, but his impact during those 45 minutes was clear. The England international was sharp, creative, and highly influential. Saka linked play intelligently, pushed the team forward, and misplaced only one pass throughout the match. His quick burst into the penalty area and cutback eventually led to Arsenal's 3rd goal. He also drew 3 fouls and completed almost every dribble he attempted. Clips of his performance quickly circulated on social media, with fans praising his effectiveness in the new position. Although Arsenal already have Martin Odegaard and Ebereki Eze capable of playing as a number 10, both have struggled for consistency at times this season. While it remains uncertain whether Saka could replicate this display against stronger Premier League opposition, his performance against Wigan has certainly opened up new tactical possibilities. When asked whether fans might see Saka in the central role again this season, Arteta admitted it was something he could consider long-term. "Yes, it's definitely a possibility," Arteta said after the match. "I wanted to test it, and it's something we might use again in the future." Explaining why he likes Saka in that position, Arteta added, "He's more central and closer to goal. It becomes harder for defenders to track him consistently. He can rotate with the wide players, and he's excellent at finding space. From there, he can really hurt the opposition with the ball." The victory marked Arsenal's first FA Cup progression to the 5th round in 6 years. Arteta's team effectively ended the contest within the first 27 minutes at the Emirates Stadium. With a 4-point lead at the top of the Premier League, a League Cup final against Manchester City on the horizon, and a place in the Champions League last 16 secured, Arsenal are dreaming of a remarkable quadruple. Arteta was pleased with his side's performance, particularly after making several changes to the starting lineup. "We rotated because some players needed minutes," he explained. "The intensity, the connections between the players, and the attacking threat were excellent. The first half made the difference." This meeting with Wigan lacked the drama of their memorable 2014 FA Cup semi-final clash, when Arsenal advanced after a penalty shootout. Wigan, now battling relegation in League One and under interim boss Glenn Whelan following Ryan Lowe's dismissal, struggled to cope with Arsenal's early surge. Elsewhere in the competition, Leeds edged past Birmingham in a penalty shootout after a 1-1 draw, while Wolves avoided a shock defeat by beating Grimsby 1-0. Fulham came from behind to defeat Stoke 2-1, and Sunderland secured a 1-0 win at Oxford. Arsenal will now turn their focus back to the Premier League, where they face Wolves as they continue their push for a first English League title since 2004. Arsenal continue to show strong form and will be determined to build momentum as the season moves forward. Although their recent draw against Brentford sparked suggestions that their title charge might be slowing down, Mikel Arteta's side remain fully focused on silencing any doubts. The Gunners are eager to bounce back quickly and maintain their pursuit of long-term success in the Premier League. Consistency has played a huge role in Arsenal's progress so far. However, Manchester City's experience in high-pressure title races means they will not ease up. Pep Guardiola's side know how to handle these situations and will continue to apply relentless pressure, waiting to capitalize on any Arsenal misstep to keep the championship race alive. City midfielder Tijani Reinders recently addressed the ongoing battle at the top, stressing his team's determination. Speaking to ESPN, he explained that morale remains positive despite a few dropped points. He emphasized that City are still firmly in the hunt and will keep pushing forward, believing that if they maintain their current level, anything is possible. His remarks underline Manchester City's resilience and the confidence within the squad that they can compete until the very end of the campaign. With key players stepping up, City are set to sustain the pressure on Arsenal, ensuring the title race remains one of the Premier League's most captivating storylines. As always, we encourage healthy discussion among supporters. Please respect fellow Arsenal fans. Everyone is entitled to their own opinions, even when there are disagreements. It costs nothing to be respectful. Any Arsenal fan interested in contributing an article or video opinion piece is welcome to get in touch. On the pitch, Arsenal delivered a dominant performance in the FA Cup, advancing to the fifth round for the first time in 6 years, with a commanding 4-0 win over Wigan. Arteta's men effectively ended the contest within the opening 27 minutes at the Emirates Stadium. Noni Madueke opened the scoring, Gabriel Martinelli doubled the lead, and Jack Hunt's own goal was followed by a composed finish from Gabriel Jesus. It marked Arsenal's return to the last 16 of the competition for the first time since lifting the FA Cup in 2020, still the only major trophy of Arteta's tenure so far. With a 4-point advantage at the top of the Premier League, a League Cup final against Manchester City approaching, and qualification for the Champions League knockout stages secured, Arsenal remain in contention for an extraordinary quadruple. This latest FA Cup meeting with Wigan lacked the drama of their famous 2014 semi-final clash, which was decided by a penalty shootout when Arteta was still club captain. Wigan, now struggling in the League One relegation zone and under interim manager Glenn Whelan following Ryan Lowe's dismissal, were unable to cope with Arsenal's early intensity. There was a late change to the starting lineup when Riccardo Calafiori suffered an injury during the warm-up. That forced Arteta to reintroduce Bukayo Saka rather than resting the England winger. Arsenal needed just 11 minutes to take control. Eberechi Eze handed another opportunity after being substituted at half-time against Brentford, repaid Arteta's faith. He found space cleverly and delivered an excellent pass for Madueke, who finished confidently. Minutes later, Eze provided another precise through ball